Yo, good morning. Um, Let me first start by introducing myself. Name's I put Arturo first in the description. That's my middle name. My first name is Francisco. Middle name Arturo. Last name Villa. And basically, I'm a heroin survivor. I'm also diagnosed with PTSD and bipolar, and I do not take pharmaceutical meds. I actually found art and inspiring others to love life, and that has actually helped me stay pharmaceutical free. I got off heroin without any methadone, Suboxone, or anything like that. Primarily just cannabis, little psilocybin here and there, but mainly my saving grace has been art, like I said. Um, and just a little rundown. So for 17 years, I was addicted to opiates and heroin. I also lived a lifestyle to match that addictive behavior. I was a drug dealer. Um, um, it's just been a crazy, wild ride. Yesterday, I celebrated 47 months off the needle. Yeah, I used to shoot up. All my veins are blown up, but yeah, 47 months. Um, it took Jesus Christ. I started trying to get clean in 2013. I went to a rehab in Mexico. It was the first time ever trying to get clean. I was pretty far gone. I was selling heroin at the time, and my mother asked me if I'd be willing to go to rehab, and I just told her I'd think about it. And at the time, I was kind of just running because I owed my I still do. I owed my heroin dealer about 2 or 3 grand for heroin and meth. Um, and so I decided to run, and because that was my mo. Later on, I've been figuring out little mos or little aspects of myself or ego, whatever you want to call it, that have been hidden in the shadows. And thus we get called mental health or whatever. Anyways, like I said, I've been diagnosed PTSD, bipolar. A lot of that stems from childhood. Um, my mother received and experienced tons of domestic violence while she was pregnant. My father is a long life drug dealer. He's considered a career criminal here in the United States. And so that's how I was raised. I saw a lot of domestic violence, a lot of drugs. My father was in and out of prison most of the time. And like I said, he used to beat my mother a lot, and we just witnessed a lot of that. By the time I was 4 years old, I had to have open heart surgery. I had two valves and a heart murmur that were and so that was that, and that introduced a whole nother level of fear that had been trapped in my body, in my cells for like I said, I'm 43 years old, and I'm just gonna be celebrating 4 years of sobriety come January 1st. And like I said, I never knew anything about PTSD, bipolar, or dual diagnosis, or trauma, or how it affects you, or epigenetics, how our surroundings, our food, what we think, all that. And so I started trying to get sober. One day, I just I hit a rock bottom. Actually, it was me and my son's mother. We had just gone on a bender. We're at a hotel, and we had our son there. He was about 2.5, 3 years old at the time, and we were so far gone. We had just gotten our IRS taxes. I think this was like in 2014, 2015, around there, something like that. And man, we went on this crazy heroin binge, and I guess my final rock bottom was that I saw my son grabbing pens and pencils and pretending he was gonna shoot up and stuff, like it was a game and shit. And it fucking, I don't know, it shattered my heart, my mind into like a million pieces, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I I stole like $300 off my son's mom's account, and I told her that was it, that I wasn't gonna do it no more, and I took off to Mexico and said I was gonna go get clean, and I just left her in the streets. Um, I kind of blamed her for all that shit, but you know what I mean. At the same time, it was just, it's decisions. It was something that I had 100% responsibility in it, and the signs just, I just had to leave, man. So I left. Like I said, I took $300 from her account, and boom, I said I was gonna go get clean, and I took off to Mexico. And this little area of Mexico, there isn't no heroin around there. And but what I did find was meth, fucking meth, and it wasn't really. I'm not a speedy type of guy. I didn't really like coke. I mean, I've done all that shit: crack, coke, meth. I used to like to Belushi's, speedballing it. But anyways, um, I never realized how powerful addictions were, and I just thought it was just towards drugs and all this shit. But I got addicted to the needle, man. And once I found a needle out there, and I knew there was meth, and I was already taking benzos as an excuse to detox from heroin, and then boom, I started speedballing it. And I went on a month bender. I was shooting up meth twice a day. Stopped eating. I almost killed a few individuals out there with the machete. It just went fucking mad. But anyways, I got blessed, and I don't know. One day I just woke up with this knowing, like if it was like my last chance. It was a turning point. I stay here, which back then was in Mexico. If I stay there, death was surely gonna follow. It's a long story with that. A book will be coming out one day. I just gotta sit down and write it. But this is the process, anyways. Um, but like I said, I just had this knowing. We were around some very nefarious characters, me and my father. Like I said, my father's been a long time drug dealer, affiliated with serious characters throughout my whole life. Anyways, I had a choice, man, and I sensed it. But I also had this knowing that all the trauma, that all the fear, that everything I had experienced was for a purpose, was for a reason. And then, right then and there, I knew God was real, source, creator, whatever you want to identify it. It's there, and it's constantly communicating with us through individuals, through music, through experiences, through art, constantly, trying to get us to remember. I'll get to that later in some other episodes, but I had a previous channel. You can look it up. It's under Frank Villa / heroin artist, or heroin survivor / artist. But I have this thing where I keep losing my phones, losing everything. That's what happens of being I guess recovering and regaining one's life is we gotta get used to losing things in the process of rebuilding, you know, because it's baggage in a sense. Um, but anyhow, I've had a couple Instagram accounts, and one of them got up to like 1,200 subscribers or whatever, and yeah, like I said, I lost my phone, I lost all my art and everything that I had created, and it kind of put me back, like but it put things in perspective, like why was I doing certain things. A lot of it back then was I was creating for ego, you know what I mean, and egotistical purposes, or trying to get chicks, or trying to impress or whatever. It was like vice versa, and that's part of cognitive dissonance when we're coming out of drug addictions. You know, we're so used to being this person, or this character that we've always been, you know, that require us to be a certain way, to think a certain way, to feel a certain way, just to be able to thrive and survive in the areas where we're at. You know what I mean? It's like a jungle in a sense. You know what I mean? You gotta smell like the surroundings to be able to survive, you know, so the people don't pick up on your fucking fear, I guess. But anyways, like I said, I've been blessed by storytelling, by other people's ability to go through this fucking hell that addiction is, that heroin and opiates make us go through. Not only that, mental health. Holy shit, you know, bipolar, PTSD. You know, the voices are constant, the images, it's nonstop. But cognitive dissonance is like I said, in a sense, once I got off everything, I was like in limbo. You know what I mean? I started feeling all these crazy energies and vibes, and later on, I found out about mania and being manic and bipolar, and how I was just shifting, and but what I was learning, and one thing that I was blessed with, was the ability to. I've always loved reading and exercising, and that's one thing that has kept me, gave me the ability to continue moving forward, and that all has to do with neuroplasticity, which I will be sharing in future episodes, on how I was able to regrow, and I'm still in the process of regrowing new brain cells that give me an opportunity to exercise free will, because it all boils down to free will. You know what I mean? But if there's an old saying in neurology, with doctors and everything, and it's neurons that wire together fire together, or neurons that fire together wire together. So basically, is use it or lose it. You know what I mean? But old behaviors are, think of it as, you know, wiring that's set there. So a new behavior is going to be difficult, but the science, and with health and exercise and doing new novel things and thinking differently, we're actually growing new brain cells, weakening connections to the old ones, giving us that split fucking second to decide, oh shit, am I gonna go do this old habit that's giving me this consequence? Right now I'm currently in Vermont. I was born in Mexico. I'm originally from Tucson, Arizona. I came in September. A great friend, she was like a mother to me. She passed away, and I've always had this connection out here to the East Coast, and it's right now what I'm learning. It's been helping me to be out in the trees and out in nature, and how important our surroundings are, and safety, man. Polyvagal theory. Okay, so that was, you know, that's kind of a long introduction or whatever. But like I said, I'll be making more videos, and those of you who who would like to check out more of my content, you can check out my page on Instagram, Frank Villa 153. You can check out my old page at Frank Villa 15. And yeah, man, and I'm gonna be doing some more. You can check out my old YouTube videos also, which is under Frank Villa Heroin Survival / Artist. And hopefully I'll be, not hopefully, but I'll be making more of these videos, because like I said, it's these new hard things that keep me moving forward, that keep opening doors to new opportunities. So I love you guys. I hope this helps. I'll be on definitely more. And those of you suffering from any mental health or fucking dealing with opiates or heroin, remember, just believe and do not give up. Keep believing, and you will find your calling. You will find your people. You will find the resources necessary, as long as you want it. Have a blessed one.